Good day to you and welcome to another Paddocks Club video tutorial. Today we're going to talk about annual general meetings. Let's start off by looking at the question of who must call them. Well, the trustees are obliged to call and hold an annual general meeting. A chairperson or any other individual trustee is not automatically authorized to convene an AGM, but the trustees can, by resolution, if they choose not to take an actual resolution saying we'll have an AGM on this day and you'll get on and call it, they can delegate that responsibility to, or any part of it, to a committee, which would be sensible, or an individual trustee, or even to the managing agent. So that deals with who must call them. And the next question, obviously, is within what period? Well, the AGM is, in terms of the prescribed management rules, supposed to be held within 4 months of the end of each financial year. Now, a financial year for a scheme runs from the first day of February to the last day of from the first day of March to the last day of February each year, unless it has been decided otherwise by the owners at a general meeting or decided otherwise by the trustees. So, if the financial year end is the last day of February, then the AGM should be held before the end of June, more or less mid-year. Why are AGMs so often held late? Well, the body corporate's financial records have to be audited and the draft financial statements have to be accepted by the trustees, signed by the auditors and included with the notice of the meeting. That's quite a thing. Let's just look at the process quickly. After the financial year end, somebody has to prepare the financial statements. Then the auditors have to be instructed. It's a very busy time for most auditors because the financial year ends of most companies and artificial personalities in South Africa, the default date is the end of February, so it's a busy time. The work is often only marginally profitable for auditors, therefore it's not a priority. While it's clever to make sure that you get an auditor who's going to charge you the lowest rate, you have to realize that you're going to be at the bottom of his pile when he comes to doing the work. Once prepared and delivered, the trustees have to examine and sign the drafts, probably at a meeting called on 7 days' notice, and that of course wastes a bit more time. Then, of course, only once the trustees have signed the annual financial statements will the trustees finalize them and sign them themselves. There's also a lot of other documentation that has to be collected, and for some, such as the insurance and any contracts that has to be renewed, you need to get quotes, so that also takes time. And then, of course, there's the 14 or 30 days notice required for the AGM. Add all that up, you'll see there's quite a lot of time involved. What documents must accompany the notice of the AGM? Well, obviously the audited financial statements, but also then the schedules of insurance replacement values, the estimate of income and expenditure for the body corporate for the next year, generally referred to as the budget, the trustees' report, which deals with what's happened in the previous year, a description of any special business, for example, additional insurance to be taken out, any draft special or unanimous resolutions, the minutes of the previous AGM if there haven't been general meetings since then, which is not unusual, or of the last special general meeting, an agenda and a proxy form. Those are the normal documents that one would look at sending out. Of course, there may be others. Then, do the recent regulation amendments change anything or help? Well, the short answer is no. We think that they were designed to remove the negative effect of a late AGM by allowing the trustees to raise annual levies as at the end of the financial year. But this is not the effect of the changes. And in any event, the idea isn't consistent with the requirements of the Act in regard to levies, special and general levies. Having the trustees prepare a budget before the financial year end on its own doesn't allow the AGM to be held earlier because you still need those audited financial statements to send out with the notice of the AGM. So, what is the conclusion? Well, you're going to turn up at an AGM. There's a little picture for you of what it might look like. Well, it indicates to you that after all this work, and when you get there, you might find owner apathy means that there are not enough people. This is a problem with AGMs. So here's some ideas. Well, you could lobby in advance for attendance and proxies. A normal sort of thing to do, but but it works. So maybe you want the managing agent to do that. Try and get representation so that you can in fact have the meeting and get on with the work. Take lists of owners with their contact details in case you need to do exactly what this woman is doing here and phone people on the cell phone to send to fax through a proxy. Make sure that the default adjournment date is going to be reasonably convenient, because it is possible you won't get a quorum. Then you need to make sure that the week afterwards is also a suitable date. Let's hope that that doesn't happen, but good luck with your AGM, and I hope that you've found this video tutorial to be of use to you. Thank you.